Good morning, everybody. How is everybody today? Welcome back to the Long Dark. And today could be interesting, because today I'm going to start heading back to Coastal Highway, I hope, if the weather permits. So, don't know that I have anything else to add to that, to be honest. Well, let's get on with it. I don't think I've got anything else to mention. Oh, apart from the fact that I did make my rabbit skin cap yesterday. Yay! Right, let's see. Okay, so I'm not going to set out immediately, obviously. It's too late in the day for that, and I'd like to make a good start in the morning. I am probably going to have to stop overnight, which could be a bit of a challenge. How much am I carrying? 37 kilos. Let's make sure I've got everything that I need. I do not. For starters, I need my woodworking tools, which are down here. I'm going to take the MRE with me. I'm going to swap out. Don't know if I've got quality tools. I might as well take those with me. Anybody think of anything I can immediately lose? I'm somewhat tempted to leave some ammunition behind, but it doesn't weigh an awful lot. I certainly want to take my rifle ammunition with me. Mental note to self, I've got to unload the rifle. I'm sort of tempted to leave some of this behind. So I've got a bit of a cache, but on the other hand, if I come back here to do reloading, I'm going to be bringing ammunition with me anyway. We can drop that. Let's move that and get the better one. I know it's not really saving much in terms of weight. I've got that. I've got my bedroll. Yeah, I don't really know that I need to take those, but I'll take them anyway. I mean, it doesn't weigh enough. The good news is, of course, I can take more water and then drink it along the way.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
So unload the rifle. Because I have a better rifle actually in the Coastal Highway, so we will put this away. I wish you could default. Too heavy. Can I stick it in this? I don't suppose I can. No. Alright. I will guess we'll just drop it on the floor. I'm not entirely happy about leaving it outside. Do I want to replace the hatchet? Not really. Hatchet's in about the same state. I'm going to rely on wood on the way if I need it, rather than take it with me. And I will try and take that just in case I need a boost. I hope that doesn't turn out to be the case. Doesn't weigh too much, and as I say, I'll eat some of that on the way. The way back should be straightforward. I mean, basically I need to head for this, which means follow the road up. In other words, I go straight to the road. I could go straight across, follow the road. I can never remember whether you go round, which way you go round. I think I came this way. Climb up here, and then proceed up in this direction. And then I have to make up my way up that way. At least that's the principle. I don't need the cured rabbit pelt. And in principle, I can just head off in the morning. My graphic settings are the same as yesterday, in case anybody's wondering, so I haven't, as usual, bothered with anti-aliasing, but technically at higher resolutions. The higher the resolution, the less you are to need it, and the filtering I've switched off because it's not really intended for most of the time. I did run a few experiments this morning on CPU utilization. I ended up back at a refresh rate of 120 Hertz because if I run at lower refresh rates, you get tearing on the screen. For some reason, if you run this at 60 Hertz and 60 frames a second, you get quite serious tearing. Even though that does actually look fine and takes the load off the system quite considerably. But just to give you some idea of the difference between playing a game while streaming and playing a game while not streaming, because I'm streaming, according to OBS, it's using 12.3% of the CPU, compared with nothing when you're not, and that can actually make quite a difference. So yeah, head that way to the road. Just do one more check. I'm trying to, I don't know what I might encounter on the way back up to the ravine. When I came down, it was actually pretty straightforward. The biggest danger around here obviously is the bear, and it's dead, so that's not an issue. Oh, I just remembered something I need to make sure I have with me. If you're climbing and you run out of energy, the stim can be useful. And while I hope to be in sufficiently good condition, I don't want to have to come all the way back. Seems a shame to leave this around, but I don't have any choice. I can't take it with me. Far too heavy. Let's have a look. See, I'm pretty certain I don't have a stim. Do I have another one? I do. That's good. Little overweight, but I should be able to do something about that. Nope. Okay. So that's, yeah, for emergencies. I did have 2 of them, but I mistakenly used one during the blizzard, which didn't really help. Do I have better... Do I need the painkillers? I don't normally bother with the painkillers, to be honest. But it's only 0.1 of a kilogram. All of this stuff is pretty light. I definitely need that. What have I got in terms of... Saves me half a kilo. Cured leather is valuable, so I'm inclined to take that with me. And I can always get more cloth. If anybody can think of anything else I should be doing, let me know. Always amuses me that it only takes a few grams and suddenly your sprain risk is gone. Take a long look. This is going to be the last time we're here for a while, at least in principle. Of course, having said that, I might well find my way back here, having gotten myself in desperate trouble on the way up. I wish I could take the salt with me, but I don't have 10 kilograms of salt. I'd rather collect salt in Coastal Highway than haul that up a mountain with me. So head back to the Coastal Highway, and as I've mentioned before, my goal at the Coastal Highway is to build a woodworking station and then build a meat curing box. And I want the meat curing box for 2 reasons. The first is because I haven't built one, and the second is because from what I was told yesterday, meat cured in the meat curing box doesn't smell, which means I'd be able to carry more provisions with me, even though I'm not particularly stinky right now. 2.5 litres of water should be more than sufficient, at least to get me to a place where I can make more water, which is why I have my pot with me. I do have my pot, don't I? Yes, I have my pot. I have my bedroll. I could probably leave the hacksaw behind, because I got a hacksaw in Coastal Highway. Let's leave the hacksaw behind. It's almost a recurring theme in my head. Where's my hacksaw? This ought to be a catchphrase. Hey dude, seen my hacksaw? Taking a bit of chance not taking charcoal, but I should be okay with that, he says, transferring charcoal. Because, yeah, confirming the map at this point, I can't read summit at Ravine's End. Yeah, so that's in that general area. I think there's a deer actually up there, which would be useful. If I desperately need firewood, there's that on the way. But yeah, if I'm going between here and there, I might remember to get that. There's a wolf up here. But that's what they make revolvers for. And there is a rope already there. And we can always come back here if I wish to explore further. Depending on how long this run is, I suppose I could end up exploring everywhere. You know what? There's one thing for some reason I am tempted to do. And let us... for vitamin C purposes. So, yeah. As he gets more tired, his carrying capacity goes down. The good thing is, yeah, there's still stuff I can drop and technically survive my way back. It is sort of tempting to head out, but I'd end up having to sleep outdoors. There's no... well, if I got to the Pensive Lookout, I could take shelter there, but I'd really rather push through. At least get to the second climb. See how that goes. As I said in my description, travelling between the different regions is never as straightforward as it sounds. It's always, I won't say difficult. I mean, going from Coastal Highway to Desolation Point isn't too bad. That's fairly straightforward. But say going from Milton to Mystery Lake, yeah, that was challenging. That was relatively early in this run, and I had to spend the night outdoors without a shelter in a sufficiently sheltered spot. I had just enough wood to make the fire, and just enough wood to, I think, make water, and I had some fizzy soda on me as well, so I got kind of lucky. And then I had to go through the cave to Mystery Lake, which again, I got kind of lucky. I was able to get just enough torches to get through. Hello, Molly Murder. How are you doing? Yeah. Something you should know, Molly. I am not au fait with the use of emoticons. I mean, I know some basics, but the others, nope. You've got to bear in mind, I'm a 59-year-old man. So some parts of social media etiquette are completely lost to me. Well, I'm streaming, so that can't be too bad. And I'm waiting. I got raided? Oh, okay. Well, as long as they follow, I don't mind. Oh, okay. Is that what it was for? I'm told being raided is a good thing. Seeing as nobody seems to be causing too much fuss, I guess it can't be terrible. It's not like being raided in Minecraft, I suppose. How'd that happen? Private server I was running for myself and my son. Thought I had the whitelist enabled, and turns out I didn't, and I had a hacker break into my server and basically grief my base. Fortunately, I had a backup. But after that, I switched on the whitelist and put everybody who tried to hack into me into the blacklist, and then changed the IP port, and that pushed the problems away. Oh, I don't mind. Everybody who's new has come here uninvited. How did I get into playing the Long Dark? Oh grief, this was probably before COVID. Although, but I didn't play it very much. I was a Minecraft player more at the time. And I think I saw somebody playing it on YouTube and I thought that looks nice. And so that's how I got into the Long Dark. And it is still, for me, the quintessential survival horror game. I've tried things like The Forest, and The Forest is good. Doesn't appeal to me as much as The Long Dark does. So anyway, well, welcome to everybody on Steam, Twitch. Sorry. It would be amusing if the number of viewers on Twitch outnumbered the number of viewers on YouTube. That would be a first. Is it late? It's not late enough in the day for me to justify going to sleep yet. Drat. Yeah, no, this has got a quality all of its own. It's less, I find, The Forest is more in your face, and it's more, craft a planting area, craft a trap, and then the horror, of course, comes from the cannibals you're amongst. And the other thing about games like Green Hell and The Forest is they basically look the same. And they have very similar crafting and building systems. In fact, there's a lot of games that seem to borrow from that, including No Man's Sky. Whereas The Long Dark, which of course predates all of them by years, remains its own unique subgenre. It stands out in that respect, I think. You're not building anything, which is reasonable. It's relatively realistic. You are, yes, the crafting I could probably criticize, but that's all right. And of course, it's pitting you against, the cold, thirst, hunger, wolves, bears, cougar, moose. The horror comes from that, and it can be quite terrifying. This is Bleak Inlet. I came to Bleak Inlet to use the reloading bench in the cannery, so that I've got all my revolver ammunition reloaded, I've got all my rifle ammunition reloaded. That's why I came here, and I ended up staying here far longer than I anticipated. It's if you're playing, the major things that I have against it as a location is you will continually get into fights with timber wolves. However, if you have enough revolver ammunition, that's not really a problem. There is a bear, of course, although it at the moment has the good grace to be dead. The bear's right behind the hut over there. If you are staying somewhere, based on what I've seen of the Bleak Inlet so far, this is probably the best place, with its fishing hut right there, which is profoundly useful. If you get cabin fever, you can go spend the night in the fishing hut. The cannery is okay. There is a place you can hole up safely, but one of the problems with the cannery is the timber wolves. When I first got there, there were 8 timber wolves in the cannery. And more or less every time I go back, after a day or so, you end up in a brief fight with more timber wolves. But as I say, that's why they make revolvers. I'd hate to try fighting them with only a bow and arrow and my wits. So yeah, this isn't everybody's favourite place. But I kind of like it. It's quite survivable. Once you get here. Getting here from the coastal highway. Getting here to the coastal highway is a pain in the neck. That took me a couple of days. I did literally get stuck on one occasion trying to get down and had to restart. Fortunately, it hadn't auto-saved. And there was another location I couldn't get out of except by alternatively crouching, moving, standing up, and I nearly got stuck there. So there's a couple of areas between here and the ravine which are difficult. In fact, I'm not looking forward to that. Once I get back up to the ravine, I've got to go along the railway line. And getting back up onto the railway line could be a bit of a pain, but we'll see how that goes. Getting down from the railway line was a bit of a pain. But, yeah. But, yeah. I've got the Cougar turned on, if anybody's wondering. This is has the DLC in it. I have not yet been given warning of the Cougar, but that might change. Seems a shame to leave with all this food around. That's 2 bears worth and a deer or 2. But if you don't fancy hunting, you could live off fish. That's quite doable. And in case anybody's wondering, I am 310 days into this run, and the difficulty level is Voyager. So it's not the hardest difficulty level. I have promised that if I die during this run, the next one I start will be Interloper. Although I kind of regret that promise, but still. Oh, alright, I'm getting bored. Let's hurry things along as much as we can. Yeah, apparently the Cougar is quite terrible, but we'll see what happens. I don't think there's one in the ravine, and I don't think there's one in Coastal Highway. Ooh. Yeah, I only got the DLC a short time ago. My inclination with the Cougar is to shoot it. Oh, nearly 320 days. And of course we have an aurora to see us off. One thing I have been paranoid about is staying in the room with the reloading bench, you know, the workshop. I don't stay in there at night because of the danger of an aurora, which sets all the electronics working and you can get barbecued. So that's something I've avoided. Yeah. Well, like I say, we'll have to see. I've no doubt that I will get mauled by the Cougar at least once. But hey, you know, I don't get to complain. I got mauled by a bear here twice. I thought I was being clever, and the bear came down here, came onto the ice. Now I assumed that the bear's pathfinding would not be good enough to come round here. Yeah, yes, it was, and I got mauled, and then mauled again. Fortunately, I put enough ammunition into it that it died just over there. So, oh yeah, that was an entertaining end of a stream. Because the bear was right next to the cabin, I actually went and hung out in the fishing hut. Woke up to hypothermia risk because there was a blizzard. Now, I then got lost coming from there to here. I ended up going round over that way and then finding the coastline. That's actually quite realistic. You can very, very easily get lost at night in a blizzard. It's very disorienting. I've never actually been in a blizzard well, that's not true. I haven't been out in a blizzard. I've been in a car in a blizzard when I was very young. And yeah, that you can easily see how dangerous a blizzard can be. So no, the real life of blizzards is terrible. People literally have gotten lost going between their tent and the toilet in Antarctica, for example, which is why I don't know whether they still do it or what the arrangement is, but it used to be that they would have safety lines between locations in the camp, and you would clip onto those, because if a blizzard blew up you could get lost so easily. And it's the same in this game. It's just a nice little touch if you like that kind of thing. Yeah, I got caught in a blizzard in a vehicle once, but I knew where I was, so that wasn't a big problem. But if you can, well, one trick in a vehicle that I was taught was you can light a fire outside the vehicle and it'll keep you warm inside the vehicle. So, useful to know. Alright, let's see how cold it is. It's nice weather. And I'm not freezing. It does get cold up the hills. Right. Let us, I think I just have the one more thing to do. Two more things. I need to make sure I've got enough water. Yeah, and one of my YouTube subscribers talked me through that one. So that should be enough water. Where's the door? Ah, here we go. Now I have to make a leap of faith. Oh, thank you. It's nice to meet you. I look forward to seeing you next time. Wow, I'm still not overloaded? I'm amazed. Oh, that's no wonder. I will grab an extra kilogram. And this is actually slightly nerve-wracking. Right, let's go. Yeah, if you Molly, if you're still there, if you pop onto YouTube, all my live streams are archived there. So there's hundreds of hours of watch time, if that's what you're after. But have a good day. Sleep well. And that's where we're headed. So close and yet so far. All I've got to do now is figure out I'm going up this way, I guess. Oh boy. I'm getting cold in a hurry. That's not positive. Now I just need to make sure I know where I'm headed. Just trying to think, if I have to drop something, what could I drop? It's quite a bit actually. I could... Nah, let's not worry about that just yet. Not until we absolutely have to. Let's just pop up here. See if anything is... disturbing the landscape. Yeah, in principle I think you can come down from up there, but that was considered a bug and seems to have been fixed. There did seem to be a logical way down, but yeah, that's not the case anymore. And without looking at the map, I don't remember where the climb is. Ah, actually the climb, I think, is closer to... yeah, the lookout. So that's over there. That's there, actually. So I just need to keep following along. Just. Yes, it's easy. Just keep following along. Probably going a less than advantageous way. Yup. I got a suspicion I should not have come up here. Yee. And that's my first mistake. Went the wrong way. Have to go back. Needed to go around this section, clearly. Oh well. Oh, there's fur if I need it, that's good. Where am I headed? Yeah, sort of. Hang on. Yeah, sort of this way, I think. Oh, I must be in this region over here. Let's have a look. Yes, I am. Oh, and there is a deer carcass, so I'm headed up and around. Oh, there's the rope. Yeah, that's fortuitous. Thank goodness for maxed out draw distance and high resolution. Yeah, I think I've seen worse climbs. Oh, of course, it would be somewhere that I cannot easily reach. We'll just go round. Cross your fingers that I can make my way down here, which it looks like I can. All right. Let's eat. And drink, and you can see my sprain risk is just gone, which was the whole idea, and here we go. Oh, this is always slightly nerve-wracking. Even though I'm looking at my stamina meter over there, and I shouldn't have any problems. The famous last words, of course. Do not wish to invoke Murphy's Law. Alright, that's the first step up. Still getting cold. The good news is if I need to, I can always stop up there. What's my carrying capacity's down a bit, but not too bad. So what I need to do now is get down from here and then follow up that way. And if I recall, yeah, it's over this way. There is a wolf around here. I know because I shot it at least once. When I first came up here, the cold was more of a problem than it is now. I deliberately left my deerskin pants in the coastal highway because I thought I wouldn't need it. I didn't realize it was going to be so. Okay, that sounds like I scared the wolf. That's the good news. Because I'm wearing, yeah, there it is, because I'm wearing a bearskin cloak and wolfskin pants, some of the wolves do have a bit of a habit of running away from me, which is nice. And now what I've got to do is hope I'm headed in the right way, which I suspect I am, because I sort of remember some of this, maybe. So, yeah, I'm here and I need to head over that way. Is it that way? It is bothersome that he's already getting tired. And now I have to confess, by no means certain which way I am going. Yeah, I can't remember. Drat. It certainly wasn't here, but this will give us a look. Yeah, I can't get over there anyway. If anybody sees the way out, I do vaguely remember it, but only vaguely, which is a bother. Hang on. So, I need to get to the end of here and go round up there, possibly? Yes, I think that is correct. I think I'm following the stream to the lake and make my way through the lake. Yeah, still only midday, and my goodness, Mackenzie is tired. Ah, why do I get the feeling I need to crawl along that? Let's see if I can get up. Yes, I can. Ah, alright. I don't explicitly remember this from previously, but it seems a little bit of a clue that they have a convenient fallen tree heading in the direction I wish to go. And this, yep, here we go. Leaving Bleak Inlet. And I need to go this way. So, I got back to the ravine. Yep, I thought there was a deer here. Useful. That's useful to remember. And we got wood. So I'm actually not in a bad spot for a quick overnight stay if I have to do it. The climb is going to be the thing that I'm most concerned about. There's the climb. Wow. Okay, I'm going to glitch myself, but this went more smoothly than I really thought it would. And yep, I believe I stayed the night in here at one point. Yes, I did. There's my campfire. I didn't leave anything behind, did I? And yeah, I'm a bit overladen for climbing, so what we can do is let us eat something, drink some water, see whether that... I'm awfully close, but I'm pretty certain I can't climb like this, can I? Yep. Well, I'll tell you what I will do. I'm going to take a nap. I think I'm okay for this. Oh, look at that. It's okay, I can actually use the summit soda. Well, I'm not picking up any more stuff. Ah. So let's take a sleep for an hour. See whether anything is resolved by that point. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. Oh. Right. While my sprain risk is low, let's see if we can get up here. You're kidding me. No, this is not the best of possible conditions, but still. I am going to need to stop here, I think. Oh, brother. This is going to... Oops. How do I get onto the ledge? Ah, drat.
Just lay down.
Okay, this is not too bad. Oh boy, yeah. This is not good. Okay, so this is why. Let's see whether this helps us. Yeah, there we go. That's why I brought that along. Okay, we're up, and I will probably die of exhaustion in a minute, but let's, as I recall, we head around. Now, I'm told the ravine is quite safe, so I didn't encounter anything previously, and I trust my subscribers. But anyway, I got to the ravine, and I have enough supplies and stuff on me right now so that if I have to, I can... Ooh, it's a useful little hollow to remember if I need it, but I think I can actually... Can I stay in one of these?
My energy is just disappearing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's... I think I can stay in one of the... So this is the difficult bit. I don't know how to get around from here, unfortunately. But at least he's not cold, and so I will stop off in one of the... I think I can stop... I can get into one of these boxcars. I was looking for the word there. In fact, you have to get into one of these boxcars at one point. Oh, there's coal. Oh, that's good. I will grab that. Because if I need to start a fire, I will want it. So, how do I... Aha! Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, look at that. Simple tools. So what I can do is I am actually going to light a... Can I light a fire here? I can't. Never mind. You're kidding me. I can't stop in here? Alright, let's see if we can find a space outside where I can in fact stop. Ah, okay. Let's take a nap. He's not hugely recovered. What I want to do is hope that I'm still able to sleep. I'm still not getting cold yet, which is good news. That's better. And this is why I have food. Now, the thing here is I am in this region. I somehow need to get around this. And I never did find a way. It's possible I could get around there. Let's see. According to the map, I should be able to. And I do have... Yeah, he is getting tired, but at least it's not terminal. So can I get around this way? Where does the ravine lead to in this direction? I'm not seeing any useful way round, it has to be said. Ah, maybe. Yeah, that's a way. No, maybe. Let's see.
Looks like night is coming.
Yes, he is correct. Night is coming. And yeah, that's not a way out, is it? I'm about here. I need to find a sheltered spot, I think. Well, if anybody has any good ideas about how to get out of this region. Last time I sort of climbed and scrabbled down, but as I said, that got me in a lot of trouble. I nearly got stuck. So in principle, it looks like there should be a way up there. This way, yeah. It has to be, doesn't there? I mean, it wouldn't make sense for there not to be a way down, a way around, a way up, whatever. It's a shame I can't sleep in this. Is there a way into this cable in boxcar? The word appears to be no, there isn't. Still, I'm sheltered. Yeah, that does not appear to be helpful. This is going to have me in serious trouble. Alright, let's see if we can light a fire. This is where we're going to be. It isn't as bad as the situation I ran into when I was going from Milton to Mystery Lake. I was in a far worse situation there. I can't remember if it was an actual blizzard. I hope I don't get a blizzard. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. I mean, actually, not bad, to be honest with you. I've had worse situations. So hopefully I'm sheltered enough and I've got enough clothes. The only thing I might improve in terms of the clothes I'm wearing, 320 days. Water's getting a bit low. I should have made some water, but I needed to sleep. I got very, very lucky, I think. Oh, I'm not tired enough. Right. Okay, so how do I get out of here? The map seems to suggest that there's a way through around here. I'm pretty certain I've looked for it previously and was not able to. Ooh, that does not look promising. Hang on. Oh, I didn't go round far enough. I need to cross over and then go round. Still, if I need, I think I have enough to survive another night. The story is not yet written. That seems to be an oft-repeated commentary. So the map seems to indicate that I should be able, well, like I say, I've looked for this before. That's what I'm looking for. And I don't know whether this is it. It's not wanting to let me climb up, is it? No. If I get stuck here, I'm going to be very irritated. And now I'm all the way back to my climbing point and... ooh. Okay. Possibly? Yes. Okay, that is... Alright. I think we have... I think we have success. Let's not count our eggs before they hatch. But... that looks promising. Oh, and I apparently have been here before. Alright. But we will now make our way across and hope that in fact we can get over. Well, looks like it so far. Now, as I remember, there is in fact a fairly nightmarish rockfall somewhere up here, which was not fun to get around last time, but nope. If I was a more emotional person, I'd be going, yay! Yeah, but I'm not, so I won't. Okay. Now, while I won't say the rest of this is plain sailing, if you look for one of my live streams, it's the one that says never give up, you might remember that I once made it from the cave that's over there all the way back to the coastal highway in the dark, in a blizzard, under arguably the most appalling conditions, which involved being mauled by a bear, threatened by a wolf. Hello, Mr. Rabbit. Is there anything useful here? And was just a completely unpleasant experience. I thought I'd died. And as it turned out, I didn't. But I can't remember how long it took, and constant hypothermia. My exhaustion level was 0. I mean, it's one of those things where... And all because I'd forgotten my bedroll. I do have my bedroll, don't I? Yes, I do. I didn't have my bedroll, and I couldn't take shelter. I'm trying to remember. I think there was sort of at least 3 blizzards I experienced during that particular retreat from here. So, but yeah, no, I mean, So yeah, I got through the other side into Coastal Highway in pitch black. No idea which way I was going, except sort of downhill. At one point, I got threatened by a wolf, which fortunately did not lead to anything. But the route I was taking takes you straight through the one of the regions, the bear patrols, and it mauled me. And then it was going to maul me again, so I shot it with the rifle, which I don't have on me. And amazingly, it turned and ran away. I did later find it dead, and I managed to get down to the highway itself, found a car, took shelter in the car, got woken up by a blizzard, but fortunately I was sufficiently recovered at that point that I was able to get to one of the fishing cabins that is in the region. And survived, to my complete astonishment. I think that took sort of half the live stream. So if you're interested in seeing that experience, it's I think the title of the live stream is Survival, Never Give Up. Is that coal? It is. I don't really need it, but I'll grab it. Yeah. I used flares to get me through, so I could just barely see where I was going. I used pretty much everything at my disposal. I used a stim. But in the end, I did get out. I was very pleased with that. I keep telling the story, so I must be. Of course, what I don't want to do at this point is fall off. That would be rather embarrassing if I were to do that. So, now the obvious way to get down from here in the Coastal Highway is basically turn left and follow the river down. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to encounter that particular bear under these circumstances. So I want to get down to the road, then to the gas station, and at that point I will be home. And I am staggered that so far I have not actually had to expend any ammunition. And I've still got food left, which is good. And it's still early in the day, so... Oh, bother. Well, this is not the best weather that I could have envisaged for this purpose. That's my... Yeah. And as you can see, I'm slowly eating my supplies. So, yeah. There is an obvious way down. It takes you just follow it. And that is... yeah, find the stream and follow the stream down. I think the stream's actually right underneath me. Oops, don't want to do that. Yeah, you can just follow that stream down, but that takes you straight through the lair of the bear. Which I am not intending to do. The other way is follow the railway for a bit, and I think I get to a road which takes you down, and it's a little bit easier, and I have plenty of time. Be calm. think that's the road that takes you down. Have I been through here? So, yeah, I'm up here. And I guess I'm approaching that area. Which I shall map. Hello, wabbits. And it does not look like I can get through. Does it? Do I wish to take the opportunity to explore a bit? Yeah, train unloading. Oh, it's a trailer. Where's the trailer? Not seeing a trailer, guys. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's useful. Have I been in here before? I don't think so. Hey, how about that?
I could use this.
Oh, yes. I don't mind a 90% hatchet. Yeah, my constitution is such that I can eat the ruined stuff. Pinnacle peaches. What would we do without pinnacle peaches?
Wonder if the owner's around.
I'm going to hazard a guess, Mackenzie, and say that the likelihood of the owner being around is approximately 0. Right. Oh, and I just realised I've been doing this for an hour, so I am going to take my mandatory break to exercise my bladder, stretch my legs. And so I will force a save. I'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes. Oh wow, it's taken me an hour to get this far. Okay, I'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Well, if you do go anywhere, come back in about 3 or 4 minutes, of course. And I'm back, in case you hadn't gathered. Where's my mouse gone? The good news about this game is if I Alt-Tab off it, it pauses the game. Very useful. But now I am entering a region where firepower might be necessary, so let's eat. So now I've got to find my way down. That's the obvious way. I'm here. Yeah, it doesn't really show it, but there is a road of sorts. I think. I hope. Right, that's our wee bit of exploration for now. Should be a road of sorts. Or at least a way down to the road. If I can remember where it is. Nope, not there. I guarantee you that much. Okay, so I've got to find a way down from here. I can't remember how I did it last time in the dark. What did I do? I think I was fairly overloaded too. This seems possibly promising. Follow the logs, maybe? Yes, maybe. Yes, I don't remember how I got down. I probably came this way. But I'm not stinky, and the bear, if it's around, is in that sort of direction, so hopefully he won't smell me. But in principle, if I stick to this road, I can't remember if I encounter a wolf or not. Oh, burdock. I should gather the burdock. I should have put the revolver away. Oh, drat. Sorry, that was silliness. I got nervous that I was going to fire off an unnecessary round, and I hate doing that. Burdock is useful for... I got scurvy turned on, you see, by accident as it happens. I thought I had it turned off until I got the first scurvy warning. But scurvy would, in principle, be a problem up here. In this sort of area, there are fixes for... and I can't remember what they are in real life. All of them. I can't remember if there's all the sources of vitamin C, but one trick people have used is pine needle tea. Apparently quite high in vitamin C. The downside to that is you need to pick new sort of the fresh grown needles. That's preferable. Alright, I'm in an area I have been before. Good news is I'm not dying of the cold yet. And the better news is I'm not actually that far away from things. And the better news is there's plenty of wood up here. I'm going to need a mental note. I think that's cypress. Not sure. I can never tell the difference between cypress and fir. But I do need cypress at some point. Ah, wow. This is good going. I have 14 people watching on YouTube. I don't know how many people I've got watching on Twitch at this point. I don't normally display that. How's everybody doing? Feel free to say hello. Or subscribe. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing most of the people who watch this are subscribers. Let me know if that's not the case. If only so I can beg and plead like a rich girl wanting a pony for Christmas for you to subscribe so that I can start pushing my way towards 150. And yeah, we're getting there. There's the ocean, there's the coastal highway, and I recognise that. So we've still got a ways to go, but it's not too bad. There is, along the highway itself, I'm trying to remember the potential dangers. The bear from that area does come down to the huts over there. I don't know if it comes this far along the road, but it is something for me to watch for. When I get to the gas station, which is where I'm heading, there are two dangers there. One is a bear on the road. And the other is a moose, which has done me the discourtesy of trampling me in the past. Well, not this specific moose. The interesting thing about that moose is last time I killed it, well, I've only killed it once. That's when I got trampled by it. It didn't respawn. So I'm kind of hoping, because I do need a moose skin, I'm kind of hoping that... look both ways before crossing the street. I'm kind of hoping it does respawn. I think I found a safe enough spot to shoot it from. Then I need the moose skin to fix my moose skin cloak. And that moose skin cloak, I think, has been very, very useful. Its armor level is really good. Now there's the mine. I ought to go in there and... you know, it's... pick up coal, I guess, and I think there might be a salt deposit. I need 8 kilograms. Oh yes, there's the coal. I'm not going to go all the way in. It doesn't go very far, actually. Yeah. Alright, that's... I'll come back when I've got some... when I've got a bit more illumination. Because technically, if I'm going to encounter... I've never shot a bear with the revolver. I'm told it's possible. I hope I don't get the opportunity to find out. I have shot a bear with the bow, though. A couple of times, actually. Wolves over on the lake, typically, but even if I was stinky... the wind's coming in the wrong direction for that. I will be curious to see how well my meat has survived in my absence, because I've been gone for I Actually, I don't know how long I've been gone. 20 days or so? A month in game? Oh, there's this cedar and cedar. Yeah, this is why I came back. I need cedar. So and there is cedar in Bleak Inlet, but it's further away. And this is I'd rather go in and out of here than in and out of Bleak Inlet. Yeah, there's the wolves. And there's the gas station. We made it. So this is where I need to be kinda cautious. I have seen the bear coming along this road. And the last time, I don't know the full range of the moose, unfortunately. But I have seen it, more or less where I'm pointing in the distance over there. And I know that it will traverse from that region across the road down onto the ice. And I'm hoping it will do that again if it does actually respawn. So there's a position that I should be able to shoot it from. And there is a wolf around here. I know, because I traditionally end up shooting him. There it is. Nope, that's a deer. Yeah, there's a wolf that traditionally hangs out around here. So, and we're back. Yeah, gamey. So, let's see. Yeah, the moose I have seen literally right ahead of me here, which it isn't right now. And the moose does in fact go over to that region here. And in principle, where's the house? There's a house here I can... Oh! I forgot about this. Yeah. I forgot about that. This house here, I can actually get up onto the roof, which in principle makes it a good position. Come on. Yeah. Makes it a good position to shoot the moose from. In fact, you can see, I think that's where I butchered something. But yeah, literally I've seen it over there to here. I tried to shoot it, I think, from up on those rocks, and it was still able to get me. The bear, in case anybody's wondering, the bear cave is directly opposite me. And I typically see it crossing in front of the island there. In fact, I did once shoot it from the hut. Lured it in and then shot it with a bow and arrow, but I have seen it on the road as well. However, let's at least force the game to make us say this is a pretty useful spot, as long as you bear in mind there's a wolf here that you'll have to shoot every 3 days. So what we got, that's rancid, that's mouldy, that's gamey. Okay, I can eat that. I'm not sure about the rancid. Yeah, that's ruined. That's ruined. Okay, so I've actually got some supplies here. And I am home. Let's I didn't need to there's my cured, I've got a cured moose hide. Yes, 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 yes. And I have, yeah, okay. And there's my beloved rifle. And I want that specifically so that I can fix this. I need gut. In some ways you could say I specifically came across here just so that I could repair my moose skin cloak. But it is nice to be back. Okay, let's have a little look. What's my body temperature right now? 29 degrees. Yeah, I'll be better. Let's and as you can see, that was a significant bonus. And the other thing I need to do, yep, as you can see, I have plenty of water, plenty of everything really. The other thing I need to do is drop everything off, I suppose. Where is where's my moose skin? Not moose skin, deer skin. Where's my deer skin pants? I have missed them. Should have taken them with me. Where did I put them? Yes! So... Ooh. That's interesting. Eh. It's nice to have them back. Let's stick my old hatchet away. That's the fir firewood I need for making the whatchamacallit, meat curing box. So as you can see, I've got a bunch of food in here. Oh, I just lost that, didn't I? Doesn't matter. How about that? So, how many hunting rifles have I got? Oh, there's my skillet. I do have a skillet. There's my hacksaw. Oh, I did have quality tools. Never mind. Never mind. And a cooking skillet, which I will now stick on here. I am home. I made it. We shall celebrate by eating moose. Well, and I managed to get back with an entire kilogram of bear meat. How about that? So, I've got my fur. Oh! I didn't realise I hadn't unloaded it. That's pretty good. I got 44 rounds of rifle ammunition. That's always nice to have. I'm pretty certain I stashed away. Oh, good, another hacksaw.
I need to drop something.
So, what am I looking for? I don't really know. Oh, I've got burdock root. Where's my burdock? Yep. Loads of arrowheads. Made those in Desolation Point. So, I can't remember what I was looking for now. Oh, yes. I've got another 24 rounds of revolver ammunition here, so I think it's safe to say I am moderately well equipped. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with the carrot. Let's make... That's always very useful to have. Yeah, plenty of water, plenty of bits and pieces, and what time is it? No, I can't trust the computer exactly. Oh, yes I can, 10:35. I can start looking for cedar wood tomorrow. And I have cured wolfskin, cured gut, 2 cured hides, 3 cured hides. More stuff if I need to make arrows. I could actually. I've got the arrowheads, I've got the raven feathers. Not necessarily in there, but I have more pry bars than I know what to deal with. Oh, yeah, we go. I got raven feathers too. I have no idea why there's a single piece of wood in there. So, actually, what is it? Workbench. Oh. Hang on a second. I know I looked this up before. Furniture workbench. So yeah, I need 10 cedar firewood for the furniture workbench, which I need to make yeah, the meat curing box. So I need to make that. I've got the fir firewood. I need 8 kilograms of salt. So, you know, progress. This is why I came back. But I was going to say, I need to go to the toilet. No, I don't. I haven't had to touch the water. actually, given...
Might have to drop some gear.
Yeah, I need to find... I've got some... I've got enough meat that isn't spoiled to last me a while. I don't know how long it takes when you arrive back in an area for some of the native wildlife to return. But like I say, there's a wolf here, and he and I have a sort of an agreement. He shows up, I shoot him. Happens with a certain degree of regularity, I'm afraid. So tomorrow, I say tomorrow, when I wake up, I'm going to go back along the highway, pick up spruce, I think. Unless something interesting happens. Which it may. I actually have an ongoing trade with the Sutherland, the trader, for 5 rifle rounds. That was before I headed off to Bleak Inlet to do my reloading. But for that I need ptarmigan, and I don't know whether I don't know where there are ptarmigan in the coastal highway. I'm sort of told there are, but I don't know where. But he wants 4 cured skins, a bunch of water, and I can't remember whether it's 4 or 6 ptarmigan. Actually, active trade, yeah, 6 ptarmigan down, and that's just for 5 ammunition, which I don't currently need, obviously. So I need 10 spruce, so we'll head back, grab that. Who knows, maybe I can... Should be straightforward enough. Famous last words. Especially within the context of the long dark. Right. So now that I'm back, I can get on with my... I mean, it's funny that my immediate reaction is I got back. Now let's take a break. No, there's not much point really, is there? Let us see what we can do about making a woodworking bench. As long as it's not blowing a blizzard.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I'm not sure you should complain so much. Now, let's just stick our nose round the corner. Nope. Hope for the bear hasn't... I think that's fir, isn't it? Oh no, it's cedar. And this is... for... that's it probably wasn't the cleverest thing I could have done. So that's 3 cedar. That's a step. Oh, 4. Huh. I don't need tinder these days. My
This gear.
when your firelighting skills get to a certain point, you don't need the tinder anymore. Did I just see antlers? I did, but they're deer, so... There's a spot in Desolation Point. If you stand just right, you can just see the moose's antlers. Which is sort of amusing. Oh, I'm a bit stinky. Let's fix that. My general policy when just sort of wandering around is 2 kilograms of bear or moose will do you pretty well. Yeah, for a day trip kind of thing.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah. When you go back and forth between the garage and the island, you end up sort of threading this line between this pack of wolves and then there's another pack of wolves over in the distance there. And you can sort of do it without attracting attention. Of course, if you don't, then I did once have a running fight with both packs of wolves. I want to say simultaneously, but it's been long enough now. But I think it was sort of 5 or 6 wolves I ended up shooting. But most of the time, you can sort of make it back and forth between the island. And you may be wondering, why is that necessary? Well, the trader is over there, the trading box, and it's the only place I think in the entire game where there's a trading box. So I just need 6 more cedar, which hopefully this is. There is a certain risk, to doing this. I was once breaking down a deer, and they do warn you, in fairness, they do warn you that harvesting or quartering an animal can attract the attention of predators, and that's precisely what happened to me in Bleak Inlet. Thought maybe the bear didn't go as far as it did, but it did. So oh, yeah. I'm home. remind me next time to be carrying the rifle. I did hit it with the revolver. Now that's the first time I've actually taken shots at it with a revolver.
Need some first aid.
Yeah. Well, that's why we have this. Right, what else have I got? Nope. Good. Let's see what I dropped. Oh, I dropped my revolver. Oops. So, now in principle, oh no, not again. You can survive 2 maulings. Now, I know he's going to be dead eventually, the wolf I mean, because, I mean the bear, because he's had, you know, at least 1 rifle shot, and he's had at least 1 revolver shot. And of course that assumes he just didn't kill me. Luminac.
I'm gonna bleed out soon. I need to drop something.
Yeah. The good news is yeah, that's not good news. Yeesh. So what I'm basically going to do is, yeah, it's certainly going to say certainly. If you see the blood splash, and I'm sure most of you watching know this, if you see the blood splash, you've hit it. It'll bleed out. The major question is when. The interesting news is the longest shot I ever made at a bear was at this sort of range. But I am not in any way, shape or form fit to be taking it on. So I did once take a long shot at a wolf like that, at a bear like that, and I did end up killing it. But it will die at some point. The problem is I don't know when. And of course we can always do the cheaty check my statistics. Where's the bears? Oh. Yeah, bear kills 9, so that would make 10. And so we will slowly follow it. Not in the hope that it dies. And just so that I can get back home. Because this stream has been going on for 2 hours and I need to start thinking about lunch. And I'd rather be back at the gas station than over there. Although I do have food over there, but there is another bear over there, and with my luck... yeah. That's probably a good move, Mr. Wolf. Did it just die? Bear just died. Ha! How about that? I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That is not fair to the bear. But, what did it do to my clothing? Oh, not again. I lost my beloved. That's... well, the bear will fix that. That's alright. Those are ruined. Those are worn. Okay. So, recovery. And, yeah, look. There's one dead bear. I'll come back for the bear in the morning, and I will probably have to do something about the wolves in the process. I don't want to get into a scrap with... Let's reload. I don't want to get into a scrap right now because my health is so low. I have a moderately good chance of not surviving. If I get attacked by a wolf. Or anything else, in fact. In fact, if I sprain my toe, I'll probably end up dead at this point. I mean, that is, I think, as low as my health has ever been. That was... Yeah, no. What I need to do at this point... Oh, did I get enough... Did I get enough cedar? I can't believe I was thinking about cedar at this point. No, to quarter that, I'll build a fire on the ice to protect me from the wolves and do it that way. And no, I'm not going to stop for the... I'll harvest all this in the next day or so. In-game, of course. Still. Could be worse, he said. If that wolf had caught up to me, I can only imagine that I would be dead. Although, having said that, I have managed to survive some very, very minor wolf attacks. Hopefully that's the wolf that normally ambushes me in this region. I wouldn't want it to be a different wolf. That was a profoundly irritated bear. So, what I'm going to do... Hang on a second. Oh, grief. That made my heart skip a beat, in a manner I do not wish to become accustomed to. Okay.
I might have to drop some gear.
Yes, you might. What time... You know what? Let's, let's see. That's weird. Furniture workbench. I have a furniture workbench. After all that. And now, yep, I can make other things, including the meat curing box. So, what I'm going to do then is, this live stream is, good heavens, 27 watching. Oh, wow. What I am going to do is, go outside and get some food first. It's questionable whether that was worth it. Yeah. Let's grab some.
Too much stuff to carry.
Now what I gotta do is, recover. But look, after all that, I've got one. That was the whole purpose of this whole thing. That was my entire reason for coming back. So, 28 watching. Oh, maybe I can persuade some of you to subscribe. So, thank you all very much for watching. I only stream typically 2 hours, 2.5 hours at a time, 3 hours, and to be honest with you, my brain starts to fall apart and my voice starts to break up. However, I will be streaming again tomorrow, 9 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, which is 4 a.m. in the morning on the east coast of the United States. And we shall continue. Tomorrow is going to be about recovery, repair, and see whether I got enough salt to make the meat curing box. But I could withstand one more bear mauling. Now, granted, the bear's dead. Which helps. So yes, I've got to recover, repair, renovate. So thank you all so very much for joining me on this adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. And as I keep hinting, if you would like to leave a like and subscribe. That would be much appreciated. My next goal for subscribers is 150. And that was relatively challenging. Actually, that's the kind of that's really sort of funny thing. I thought the challenge would be getting back. I didn't realize when I got back the challenge would be not dying to another dual bear assault. Should have shot it with the rifle, but I didn't. So, I will see you all next time. I hope you all have a very good day. No. Not the best leaving screen. Force a save, just to make sure. Hope you all have a good day. And